Hello everyone, welcome back to another reaction and thoughts. Today we have more Joker 2 news. We've got an exclusive here, Jacob Lofland joining the cast for a primary Arkham position or role. We've also got another one which is in the rumour mill, which is Harley Quinn being the actual prime main focus of this sequel, and Joker kind of being in the shadows, kept kind of like a secondary character, which does sound interesting. But I wanted to start with this first because this is like an official exclusive, and then we'll dive into the rumor stuff. But yeah, I was thinking this a couple of minutes ago before I started doing the video. This is an interesting take to where Batman in general is going now in the Batman universes, because we've kind of got Matt Reeves' Batman, and then we've got this Joker universe heavily focusing on Arkham Asylum, if this is true. You know, Matt Reeves, for people that don't know, wanted to do a TV spin-off series set in Arkham Asylum, and this movie is going to be also set in Arkham Asylum. I'm assuming it is. So again, that's going to be pretty interesting to see how audiences take that. Where is that going to be too much oversaturation for Arkham Asylum? We haven't really explored it in a Batman movie, if I remember, as of yet. Well, heavily like this is seeming to be. But maybe they're throwing too much with these two universes. They're throwing it too much at us. And audiences might not like that or take that very well. But again, that's left to be seen. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get into the article. If you guys do enjoy this, make sure you like and sub. I'll remove my face cam as always and zoom in, and we'll get right into it. So it goes as follows. Joker Folie à Deux casts Jacob Lofland in key Arkham Asylum role. Brandon Gleeson and Kathleen Kenner are among the newcomers to the sequel Warner Brothers Pictures. So there's two more castings that have been confirmed as well. Okay, that's interesting. Rising actor Jacob Lofland has nabbed a key role in Joker Folie à Deux, the sequel to the Oscar-winning and billion-dollar grossing film Joker that starred Joaquin Phoenix and was directed by Todd Phillips. Phoenix and Phillips are back in their respective roles for the new project, centered on the infamous Batman villain, and are being joined by Lady Gaga, Brandon Gleeson, and Kathleen Kenner on the call sheet. Plot details are being kept tied in a straitjacket, but it is believed to be set in part in Arkham Asylum, the insane asylum frequented by many Batman villains in the comics. The project also has a musical component. Additionally, the title refers to a medical term for an identical or similar mental disorder that affects two or more individuals. So it's still not 100% confirmed that it's going to be taking part in Arkham Asylum. I think that's probably the way they're going to go, because the first movie ended with obviously Joker in the mental asylum. It's interesting because I don't think it was called Arkham Asylum. I think it was called Arkham Hospital. So it depends how long has he been in there for that to be transitioned to Arkham Asylum. Does that mean Joker was well, actually it can't be pre-Arkham, the Arkham family, because it was already named Arkham Hospital. But maybe they transferred him to another area after we assume he killed that doctor at the end of that movie. So maybe they have transferred him to a more secure facility. And also, I think Lady Gaga is obviously in the movie, and she's rumored so far to be Harley Quinn. And obviously the title of the movie, like the last sentence says, it refers to an identical or similar mental disorder that affects two or more individuals. I don't think she's 100% being clear-cut Harley Quinn yet, which I'm not fussed if she is Harley Quinn or not, or just someone like a doctor that's alluding to maybe become Harley Quinn later down the line. I'm fine with that. It's just that, yeah, as of now, we haven't really gotten anything clear-cut, like, confirmation that she is Harley. Personally, I think she'll do a decent job. I'm not the biggest fan of Margot Robbie's version. I thought her version wasn't that good. Even in the new Suicide Squad movie, I'm not really a fan of the way she's done it. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I know a lot of other people like her portrayal, but I don't. But saying that, I think Gaga can probably do a good job with Harley Quinn. In a key supporting role, Lofland will play an inmate at the asylum who develops a relationship with Arthur Fleck, aka the Joker. Phillips wrote the script with Joker co-writer Scott Silver Productions. Us due to begin November with shoots in LA and in New York. Joker 2 has a set date on October 4th, 2024 release. Now, this is the other article I was talking about, and this is the rumor mill I'm going in. So this isn't, again, clear-cut, definitive confirmation. This is just rumors lurking around so far. And the rumors just regarding Lady Gaga's role in this sequel, whether it's going to be a big prominent role, or is she going to be the main lead, or is Joaquin going to remain that? So we'll get into this now. So it goes as follows. While the future of Warner Bros. Discovery, DCU, remains one of the industry's biggest questions, sequel films featuring Gotham's Dark Knight and Joker are moving forward, albeit in separate projects. And that's also interesting too, that I would never have thought that Joker would have even had a sequel, and possibly even a trilogy if this movie does well. I could see them milking this into a trilogy. It's actually, we've gotten a Joker sequel in the works before a fully fleshed out Batman. I find that pretty weird. In addition to the studio greenlighting a sequel to Matt Reeves' The Batman, Warner Bros. Discovery is developing a follow-up to Todd Phillips' 2019 film, Joker, starring Joaquin Phoenix. And that's right there. It's like, the studio just greenlit the Batman sequel, and it's kind of worrying a little bit that it's taken DC this long to slowly greenlight stuff. Even this Joker movie, 2019 since the first one, it's been a very weird, slow build-up for this sequel. But upon the film's announcement, it was clear that Joker 2 will be anything but your typical sequel. A new rumor concerning the film suggests even more surprises are in store. According to the rumor from the Hot Scoop or Shot of Poop segment of the Weekly Planet podcast, the sequel to Todd Phillips' 2019 film, Joker, Folie à Deux, will be told from Harley Quinn's perspective as performed by Lady Gaga. In the latest episode, host James Clement claimed that he has a very reliable source saying that Joker 2 isn't much a Joker movie. Apparently Joker 2 isn't so much of a Joker movie, it's a Harley Quinn. It's from Harley Quinn's perspective, and the reason it's a musical is because how she perceives her relationship with Joker. And that's where I was trying to get into the whole musical element. A lot of people were complaining that it's going to be not enjoyable or subpar, or even just straight out a shit movie if it was a musical. If you're doing it in this perspective, again, Folie à Deux is legitimately an illness that two people have, and it would make sense to portray that in a musical format. I don't have a problem with that. And obviously Gaga is an artist, so she's going to be good at doing musical elements and singing. It will be interesting from Joaquin's perspective because he's not a singer, but Joker has always been a theatrical person, so I've never really gotten the big uproar that this had, especially the negative uproar. But again, this is still rumor mill, so even though the host of this episode has said he has a very reliable source, I mean, again, it's still a rumor, but it's nothing too far-fetched. This still could be true, because you have hired an artist to act in this movie, so it would make sense to have singing parts or a musical element. like a romantic musical, asked co-host Nick Mason. Clement confirmed by saying exactly. In August, Joker 2's first teaser confirmed the sequel's musical components as well as Gaga's prominent role. Did it? It confirmed the musical component? Via silhouettes of both Phoenix, Arthur Fleck, and Gaga's Harley Quinn dancing to Cheek. That doesn't mean it's musical, it's just a teaser, right? And again, they're saying Gaga's Harley Quinn. Has she been 100% confirmed to even be casted as Harley? For all we know, she could just be a doctor at Arkham that he manipulated to escape, right? Again, I don't know if she's 100% Harley yet. Maybe she is, and maybe I've missed something, but I haven't seen anything saying that she's 100% Harley Quinn. So that's pretty much it with this article. Again, it dives into a lot of the repetitive stuff that the previous article went through, like the dates and who's in the movie and all that. So overall, again, this is still rumor. Even though these guys are probably pretty reliable in source, again, it's still rumor as of now. This is filming pretty soon, which is interesting because when the first movie came out, this movie was like a shitstorm with leaks. Because Joaquin and Todd Phillips and all that and the crew were actually on location in New York and all that. Paparazzi, people taking photos, it was just all over the place. It was a complete mess. That's not saying filming movies on locations are bad. It's just that that's a negative to expect. A massive audience and press and all that bombarding the sets. I think they're doing it the same with this. I think they're filming soon at locations and not in a movie studio. So we'll probably expect to see some shitty, grainy photos of Joaquin dressed up and possibly Gaga, if she is Harley Quinn, in a Harley-like costume. But yeah, going back with what I was saying with the first article with the Arkham influence, again, it's very interesting that all of a sudden now we're getting this mass bombshell of Arkham Asylum stories. Again, with Matt Reeves saying he wants to dive into that with his version of Batman in a TV series format. And now this is straight up saying that they've casted people to play Arkham inmates and be a supporting role for Joaquin. Again, it's interesting that Arkham's all of a sudden just come into pop culture, because they've kind of brushed it away when it comes to a lot of Batman movies. Like Nolan's universe barely had Arkham Asylum. Ben Affleck's universe didn't have it much. Even going way back to Keating, I don't even remember if they mentioned Arkham Asylum in the Keating's universe, in Burton's verse. But again, it's interesting that in the span of a couple of years, we're just going to get so much of this Arkham Asylum stuff. I personally like it because, again, I'm a massive fan of Grant Morrison's version. So hopefully we get that horror element in at least one of these interpretations. But yeah, that's all wait to be seen in the future. That's pretty much it for this video. If you guys did enjoy this, make sure you like and sub. And I'll see you in the next one.